Marcus Rashford, at the Camp Nou, is the transfer twist no one saw coming. But it might just happen. After a stunning revival at Aston Villa and a new agent in his corner, the Manchester United star is edging closer to a dream move to Barcelona. Fabrizio Romano says the door is wide open. But why now? And what does this mean for Barca's future under Hansi Flick? Stick around as we break down the inside story, what's holding Villa back, why Ansu Fati is the key domino, and how Rashford could become Flick's secret weapon next season. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more exclusive transfer breakdowns, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. Fabrizio Romano's revelation that Barcelona are keeping tabs on Rashford, with the door now open for a move, is not just a story about a footballer switching clubs. It's a story about rebirth, ambition, and the tectonic shifts shaping modern football, where tactical vision, economic constraints, and personal desire intertwine to forge new destinies. Marcus Rashford's trajectory at Manchester United has been anything but smooth. Once heralded as the future of the club, his decline in form under Erik ten Hag and later Ruben Amorim was stark. Rashford, who once dazzled the Premier League with blistering pace and a ruthless finish, struggled with inconsistency, tactical mismatches, and off-field pressures. When Amorim took charge, prioritizing a rigid structure and high pressing from the front, Rashford, a player who thrives on space and freedom, became a square peg in a round hole. Reports of strained relations between Rashford and the Portuguese manager emerged. The final straw came in the January window when Rashford was shipped out on loan to Aston Villa, signaling a dramatic fall in stature for a player who once symbolized Manchester United's identity. But like all great players, Rashford found a second wind. Under Unai Emery at Aston Villa, Rashford rediscovered his hunger and form. Deployed in a more dynamic role that allowed him to drift wide, cut inside, and exploit spaces behind defenders, he became one of Villa's most influential figures during the second half of the season. Romano reports that Rashford's impact has been massively appreciated at Villa Park. Emery and his staff, renowned for their tactical acumen, view him as a player of rare quality, a blend of experience, flair, and positional versatility. The chemistry between manager and player was evident in Rashford's rejuvenated body language, improved performances, and goals that helped keep Villa in the race for European qualification. However, as Romano details, financial complications began to cloud the narrative. Villa's deal for Rashford included a £40 million option to buy. But with financial fair play, FFP, looming large, the Midlands side is reluctant to pull the trigger without securing Champions League football, a tall order given the fierce competition. Rashford's wages, reported at £300,000 per week, are a significant hurdle. Villa, despite their progress, are not in a position to gamble financially unless revenue streams from European football materialize. In a strange twist of fate, this financial bottleneck has created an opening that Barcelona, a club with its own complex economic challenges but undiminished prestige, might now seize. Barcelona's interest in Rashford is not new. Back in January, Rashford was reportedly close to a move to Camp Nou, only for the deal to collapse due to Ansu Fati's refusal to leave. But now, Romano confirms, Fati is fully expected to change his mind and depart in the summer, clearing the runway for Rashford to land in Catalonia. Key figures at the club, including sporting director Deco and newly appointed manager Hansi Flick, are said to be admirers of Rashford. They see in him a player who can bring much-needed versatility, directness, and maturity to a side in transition. Under Flick, Barcelona are expected to evolve into a more vertical, aggressive unit. The German coach, known for his high-octane style with Bayern Munich, demands forwards who press relentlessly, break quickly, and convert chances clinically. Rashford ticks all those boxes. Whether as a left winger, a central striker, or a wide forward in a fluid 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 system, Rashford offers Flick a tactical weapon with proven pedigree. His ability to stretch defenses, link up with midfielders, and score in big games aligns perfectly with the kind of players Flick builds his teams around. And in a dressing room that's embracing youth, with the likes of Lamine Yamal, Gavi, Pedri, and Fermin Lopez, Rashford, at 27, brings the perfect blend of experience and hunger. Football transfers are not just about tactics and finances. They're about emotion, narrative, and identity. For Rashford, Barcelona represents more than just a club. It's a dream. From his teenage years, he has spoken glowingly about Barca's style of play and the legends he admired. A move to the new camp would not only reignite his career but also place him in an environment that celebrates creativity, flair, and technical brilliance, traits Rashford holds dear. Furthermore, Barcelona's global outlook and Rashford's off-field philanthropic image are well aligned. He's a player who can be more than just an athlete in Catalonia. He can be a symbol of resilience, class, and modern footballing values. As the dominoes begin to fall, the spotlight inevitably turns to Ansu Fati. Once Barcelona's golden boy and heir to Messi's No. 10, Fati has struggled with injuries and confidence. Despite a promising loan at Brighton, his future remains uncertain. Romano hints that Fati's exit is a key factor in unlocking Rashford's arrival. If Fati accepts a permanent move away, possibly to the Premier League or a smaller La Liga side, Barcelona will not only free up squad space but also reduce their wage bill, easing their FFP burdens. This move would be symbolic, a passing of the torch from one once golden youth prospect to another trying to fulfill his own destiny. Imagine this front line: Lamine Yamal on the right, Marcus Rashford on the left, and Robert Lewandowski or center. A terrifying blend of pace, flair, and finishing. Rashford's presence would take pressure off Yamal, who has been shouldering an enormous burden at just 17. It would also give Barcelona options, allowing Flick to rotate, rest, and experiment tactically without over-reliance on one player. For a club rebuilding its identity post-Messi, this kind of depth and dynamism in attack is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. Naturally, Rashford's potential departure from Manchester United, particularly to a club as iconic as Barcelona, will stir emotions. Some United fans will lament what could have been. Others will view it as a necessary fresh start for both parties. What's undeniable is that Rashford still has world-class potential. The move might just bring out a version of him the Premier League never fully unlocked. For Ruben Amorim, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, his system couldn't accommodate Rashford. On the other, losing such a talent to Barcelona could raise questions about United's direction and talent management. Rashford is not the only United player linked with a move to Barcelona. Romano also reports interest in Antony, another maligned figure in Manchester who has found form on loan at Real Betis. This dual interest hints at a broader strategy. Barcelona, hamstrung by finances, are exploring opportunities to sign talented players whose value is temporarily depressed. Rashford and Antony, both still under 28 and with international pedigree, fit this bill perfectly. Combined with the return of Alejandro Balde, the rise of Cubarsí, and the leadership of Flick, the summer ahead could be transformative. If this deal materializes, Marcus Rashford's journey will come full circle, from academy wonderkid to discarded loanee, and now, potentially, to the spiritual home of attacking football. It's a move filled with risk, it's a move filled with romance. But above all, it's a move that offers redemption. Barcelona need goals, dynamism, and leadership. Rashford needs belief, freedom, and a new challenge. In the intersection of need and desire, a dream transfer could be born. Football is not about playing it safe. It's about bold moves, faith in talent, and writing new stories. Marcus Rashford to Barcelona is not just another transfer. It's a defining decision that could change careers and clubs alike. If you're a Barcelona fan, it's time to get excited. If you're Rashford himself, the choice is clear. Say yes to destiny. And if you're watching this saga unfold, stay tuned. Because this summer, the Camp Nou might just echo with a new chant. One that welcomes Marcus Rashford to the next chapter of his extraordinary story.